What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So as you can see from the title down below, we've got the Pixel 7 Pro. And we're going to talk about this device and using it in 2024. If you're out on the market looking for this device, going to pick one up, I'm going to try to answer the question at the end. Is it worth picking up the Pixel 7 Pro? And that's a pretty good question. Why? Because, well, first of all, the Pixel 8 Pro is out on the market. Maybe you want to go pick that one up instead, or you want to save a couple $100 and pick up its predecessor. Because I truly believe we're at a time with smartphones that they're so good that their successors, their predecessors, are just really close to each other. And I feel like launches every single year with smartphones or successors, the upgrades are just much smaller than they were years ago. I think we've really hit a peak with smartphone upgrades every single year. And in fact, I don't really see a need in companies releasing a successor every single year. I don't know, maybe that's just me and that's how I see it. Let me know about your thoughts. Anyway, this design with the Pixel 7 Pro when it first came out, and I still love it and it still holds up really nice. Obviously, I've got some wear and tear, some scuffs around right here. This camera visor definitely have a little small dent. I did drop it. Some scratches, that's okay. I never liked this glossy design, so hey, if that's you, if you like it, then you're gonna like this phone. It's good though, it has wireless charging. The 120 hertz display is still quite compelling. It's great to use for viewing content. It's just a good panel because it's the part of the phone you're spending with most of the day. It's the most important part of the phone in my opinion. You're getting a really good panel. Granted, very slight curves on each side. So if you don't like curves on your phone or on the bezel or on the display of the phone, you probably won't even want to get Pixel 7 Pro. They fixed that with the Pixel 8 Pro, just with a fully flat display, which I personally prefer the more. But hey, it's still a very good panel, 120 hertz. You can't go wrong with it. But overall, this design has been very well. Google has definitely worked out an identity with their Pixel devices. So when you see us out in the open or just like in the wild, you know that this is a Pixel device. It's come to that point. Like when you see an iPhone, you know it's an iPhone. So it's slowly starting to become the same thing with Pixel. When you see a design like this, you kind of know that's a Pixel. It's also becoming the same thing with Samsung too. When you see a Samsung device, you know that they're probably rocking a Samsung device. You see what I mean? So they've definitely found their identity, and I think they have done a great job. Just keep refining this design. That's what they did with the Pixel 8 Pro, but it's definitely is still holding up very well. It's aging very well too. The day-to-day performance has also been really good, and the software itself is currently running Android 14 and it's expected to receive Android 15 and 16. So there's two more major software updates. The Pixel 7 Pro is only getting 3 years of software updates. It already got one, it's getting 2 more. Pixel 8 Pro has been promised to receive 7 years of software updates. So pretty much until like Android 21. Just keep that in mind if you're out on the market looking for a Pixel 7 Pro, because in a couple of years, your software is going to be outdated and it's not going to be the greatest. The Google Tensor G2 isn't the most powerful chipset either, especially when you compare the Snapdragon chips, but I honestly think that's okay because like I said, the day-to-day performance on this has still been very smooth. Everything I've thrown at it has also performed very well with like minimal hiccups. That's also a plus. I think the performance has aged very well too. Yes, there are some drawbacks using a bunch of applications at once. Heavy, intensive applications like Call of Duty after a while gets the phone really hot and it just feels really like laggy. It doesn't feel buttery smooth. I think that's because of the Tensor G2 chip, but it's okay. Everyone's not going to be playing games like me on this, or they're not going to be doing heavy intensive tasks or using heavy intensive applications or just doing 100 things at once on their device. So I truly believe that day-to-day performance for Most will be very good with the Pixel 7 Pro. Now let's talk about the camera, and here's the thing, I'm going to keep it very short and simple with the camera. They're still phenomenal. You can't go wrong with Pixel cameras, and Pixel 7 Pro doesn't disappoint, especially the stills. I love the stills that you get on the Pixel 7 Pro. They are great. And that is all. And you're getting a triple camera setup, so you're getting a wide and ultra wide and a telephoto lens. So you really can't go wrong. That's my take on camera. They have definitely aged very well too, and they still perform like top-notch, high-quality camera or photos and videos. Videos are good, but I still personally prefer to use iPhone for videos, but that's just me, and I use it more so for my workflow. Other than that, I'm not really recording videos with my iPhone, literally just for my work and for the business and whatnot. Anyway, moving on to the battery life, it has been all right. I think it's actually been about the same since launch, and when it launched, it was all right. About 4 to 5 hours-ish of screen on time. And it could be better. But I think there's a couple of factors with it. Tensor G2, it's definitely not optimized. It does optimize that well. Google has to kind of take note from what Samsung is doing. The Galaxy S23 Ultra was equipped with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Whatever optimizations they did with their 5,000 milliamp hour battery, phenomenal. And I'm sure, well, at right now at this moment, I don't have the Galaxy S24 Ultra. I also did pre-order that. Maybe those videos, or maybe I might put out this video after I get the S24 Ultra, but it's looking like that's probably going to have some very good battery life too. So I think Google can learn a thing or two from battery optimization from other companies, because they're doing a phenomenal job. I think Google can do better, and their charging speeds are really slow. It has wireless charging too, but like, I don't remember the exact wattage of its wired charging, but it's definitely no more than 30. I know that. At least put in like 45. And granted, Samsung is also a thing. They don't put more than 45 on their devices like the S23 Ultra. Like, it's Ultra device, and you're not putting more than 45 watts of fast charging. At least put like 65, 70, 80, 100 watts. I don't know, just make it faster charging. That's probably one of the worst parts of the phone, is the battery life. You think it's a large phone, it has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Nope, doesn't perform as I would expect. If you're a light user, again, this will definitely last you all day, no issues whatsoever. Now the base price was $899 for 128 gigs and 12 gigs all aboard, like for all configurations, but you're gonna find this much cheaper. I've seen it for as low as like $599, at some points $649. That is a steal. That is a very good price, $649. And if you can find it for even cheaper though, the cheaper you can find it, the better you're going to be off, because I mean, well, Pixel 8 Pro base price is $999. Yeah, you can find it. I've seen that for as low as $799. But when you can find this even cheaper than $649, I think that's when you can start to consider. My final thoughts about the Pixel 7 Pro is, even in 2024, it's a very good device. With its design that's aged very well, its software, it's still very good, snappy, smooth. Camera's phenomenal. The battery is just, for me, the worst part of the phone. Just don't take it like, if I'm saying it's the worst part of the phone, don't take it as if it's actually like super bad, detrimental, like I can't use it. No, it's just not something that I would personally use, because I'm a heavy user. I'm using my phone for everything. I don't want to think about charging midday. For this, I'm going to have to be charging because of the way I use my phone. So if you don't use your phone too often, you don't need to worry about battery life. You can pick up the Pixel 7 Pro. Yeah, I'm going to recommend this device in 2024. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we're at a point where smartphone like successors or releases are not that big anymore. They really aren't. The gap is starting to close, and I feel like with each generation, they're having a harder time of what to improve, and they're becoming more of like S upgrades, like the Pixel 7 or the Pixel 6 Pro. 7 Pro was like a Pixel 6 Pro S, or That's just how I personally feel, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you did enjoy, definitely be sure to subscribe and like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot and will help push my content out to more people. Definitely be sure to check out my digital products. I have Notion templates as well as wallpaper packs. This right here is called Illusions. Again, links will be in the description down below. And also my merchandise. I have coffee mugs, I have desk mats, I have duffel bags, sweaters, sweatshirts, t-shirts, you name it, we got it. Again, links in the description down below. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.